There are 153 unique matchup combinations possible in the AFL, or 306 if you account for each team playing as the home and away side. Unfortunately, the AFL is run by idiots who think that this doesn't clash, or that allow this because of tradition. In this series, we're going to go through all 306 possible Guernsey combinations to show just how easy it is to avoid clash. Starting off with Hawthorn, and this is the Guernsey set we'll be working with for the Hawks. A complete redesign that's sort of a modern version of their 90s away jumper. Now we're going to go through what the Hawks will wear as the away team against every other opponent. Against Adelaide, the Hawks will wear their white clash jumper. The reality is Hawthorn is one team that has to have a white clash jumper. I don't care whether their supporters are in favour of this or not, it's not a choice, it's a necessity. And honestly, this is how the AFL should operate. The teams are free to come up with the Guernsey design, but the league tells them what coloured jumpers they must have. The white jumper is also worn against the Lions. Against Carlton, the gold away jumper is worn, which is also the case against Collingwood, who you'll notice now have the swooping magpie as their home jumper. As we go through these teams, you'll see I've made a few changes to some teams' overall Guernsey designs. Against Essendon, the Hawks wear the gold jumper, but you'll notice this time it's paired with the white shorts, which makes a substantial difference. This is because red and black can be a bit messy with brown and gold, so the white shorts makes this kit a bit lighter overall. But in other cases, such as against Freo, the Hawks wear the brown shorts because the yellow and purple are distinct enough, and because it doesn't make sense to add white, which is one of Freo's colours, to the Hawks' brown and gold. This is called basic common sense, which is applied often to Geelong, who sometimes wear white shorts to match their mostly white jumper. Unfortunately, this is basically the only time where the AFL use this common sense. The white jumper is worn against the Suns and the Giants, but once again, brown shorts are fine against Gold Coast, but white shorts provide better overall contrast against GWS. The away Guernsey is worn against the D's, and against North, who you can see have also had a rebranding. The gold jumper is worn against Port, who now wear their best jumper as their new home jumper. The Clash Guernsey is needed against a redesigned Richmond and West Coast, who have switched out their modern logo for the retro logo, at least on their jumpers, while the gold jumper is worn against the Bulldogs and the Saints. Against Sydney, however, the Hawks will wear their brown home kit, because the gold would clash with the red and the white would clash with the white, obviously, so the darker home kit probably works best. Our next team is Adelaide, and this is their Guernsey set. The classic home remains, although I have gone back to the navy cuffs, which I've always thought looked better. I've got my swooping crow redesign as their away jumper. I like the idea of teams having away jumpers that are similar but also unique from their home Guernsey. That way the iconic jumper is saved for home games. The red and gold swooping crow returns as the clash, and then a white jumper is again needed as an alternate clash. Case in point against Brisbane. Against Carlton, Collingwood and Freo, the Crows can wear the red and gold clash jumper. I've gone with navy shorts here as I think that looks the best. The white clash is worn against Essendon, this time with white shorts needed. The away jumper gets a run against Geelong and Gold Coast, while the white is back again for the Giants, Hawks and the D's. I feel like some of these will borderline with the red and gold clash, but the added navy on that jumper probably makes the white jumper the better option. The red and gold works against North and against Port, who, if they're going to wear the prison bars in home showdowns, will have to wear white shorts. The white clash is worn against Richmond, St Kilda and West Coast. I'm actually kind of surprised how often the Crows need to wear the white jumper, which makes it even more crazy that they don't have one currently. The gold on the Eagles jumper means the white is needed against them but not against the Bulldogs, and the away jumper can also be worn against the Swans. Our third team is Collingwood. Their entire Guernsey set is based around the swooping magpie, the classic black version for the home, white for away and a pinstripe version as a darker clash jumper. For the Pies it's pretty simple. The white Guernsey with white shorts is worn in most of their matchups with a few exceptions. The white Guernsey can be worn with black shorts against Brisbane, Essendon, Melbourne and West Coast, which gives it a more classic feel. The darker Clash Guernsey is worn against Geelong, which gives a much clearer light versus dark contrast than the home kit would. The home Guernsey is worn against Gold Coast, but the darker Clash is also worn against Sydney, again because it's just less white on the jumper. Let me know where I went right and wrong in the comments, and I'll see you next time.